Hello everyone, my name is Adam, or EposVox, and typically, at least with X and Y and the start of the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire saga, I've been a Pokemon news guy. I've been a guy to get Pokemon news out there to you all, and you all have come to my channel to look for it. And unfortunately, with some of the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire stuff this year, I have not been on top of it. And for that, I do apologize. However, I also feel I'm strictly against uploading trailers like I did in the past, and I don't know. I'm kind of against that, and you can go watch the Pokemon channel for the trailers or my website. I will hopefully have them up there as well. Also, if you want to be an assistant for my website, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, thanks. But I figured I'd wrap up the past month or so's gaming or Pokemon game news together in one video, and I would get it out to you all and maybe put it up on the Geek channel as well. We'll see. I know it's at least going on my channel, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to it. I know you've probably heard all this, but I like getting it out there and getting my take on it as well. So I'm going to start with the non-Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire specific news, and then move on to the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire news, and then get into the list of Mega Pokemon after that. So, there may or may not be a Pikachu detective game coming out at some point in the far future. This was actually sort of previewed back in 2013, October-ish, as being a top secret game, and just kind of a couple screenshots were leaked. But more recently, they've been talking about it again, and basically it's to kind of clone some of the older detective games that used to be out, but to make it more kid-friendly and things like that. So Pikachu is going to be your senior detective partner, and it's a huge project. They're aiming to complete it in the next couple of years, if not sooner. You and Pikachu will be solving mysteries and using deductive reasoning, but again, adapted for younger people. So that'll be interesting. And another similar top secret to be released at some point game potentially is Pokken Fighters. There was a single screenshot leaked of it of Lucario and Blaziken in a kind of third-person fighter setup, looking like, you know, Tekken or something. And the fighting Pokemon logo in the top right, and they're ready to go. They're ready to fight at it. And it's been kind of talked about back and forth that they wanted to make a Pokemon fighting game that's kind of for kids, but yet still, you know, Pokemon and a fighter. But I'm kind of curious how they're going with that, because if the name Pokken Fighters is at all, like, legit, that's clearly an adaptation of Tekken. So I'm wondering if they're doing any sort of, like, crossing over with Tekken or something, and how they're keeping that Pokemon audience friendly. We shall see. Templates for Kyogre and Groudon have been made available online for Art Academy for European people. I still have absolutely no clue what's going on with this game. I just don't understand. News messages have been added to the Holocaster in Pokemon X and Y. Just kind of keeping up with Pokemon news, and just goofy little messages added to it to keep it updated. I do like to see that they're keeping it updated. One of the complaints I had about the TVs and that kind of stuff in the older gen games, like 3rd gen Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald and stuff, was that the news and TV got pretty repetitive and kind of pointless after a while, especially if you weren't constantly game mixing or whatever it's called with friends. The giveaway has ended, of course, since Heracross and Pinsir are out for the Pokeball pattern Pavilion. That was a kind of cool looking, you know, Pavilion, which had a Pokeball shape on its wings. To me, the Pokemon itself is kind of useless, but the skin is really cool. I'm kind of curious though if it's breedable. If you can breed that pattern, then it's no longer going to be unique, but we shall see. Maybe you have to do something special to breed it, you know, breed 2 of them together or something. I don't know. There was apparently also a UK distribution event for Charizard and Charizardite. I'm not sure why. I mean, I don't know why they got it and we didn't, but why? You can get Charizard in the game. I mean, I guess in theory you might be able to get Heracross or Pinsir in the game, but I certainly haven't gotten it in like 100 hours, so I don't know. The Pokemon Center online store has launched. Woohoo! I've been super excited for it. Lots of cool Pokemon merchandise and things like that back in there. The old school Pokemon Center store was the bomb. I actually went to it when I went to New York City when I was very little, and it was an awesome place to be. That was actually around when 3rd Gen came out, so it's kind of funny that Now that the 3rd gen remakes are coming out, they're relaunching it. Interesting. The new trading card game Furious Fists is out or about to be out, and I'm pretty excited for it. I actually haven't got my hands on a box or a pack just yet. I've been patiently awaiting my funds to come in to be able to do so, and after that there's going to be a set called Phantom Forces, and I'm actually more looking forward to the Phantom Forces TCG set than the Furious Fists. It just seems to be more my style. Jumping back around into the actual Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire news, we have been confirmed that Pokemon contests are back in 3D! Toughness will play a factor, and potentially, to do... How do I explain this? To earn your contest points for various attributes like toughness, you would have to do certain things, like certain activities, instead of just, here's my Pokemon, is he tough? Like, for the toughness specifically, we have that you have to do luchador wrestling. So that's why there's the luchador Pikachu, because that's what you gotta do. So it'll be interesting to see what the other ones are. I'm assuming all the different cosplay Pikachus are related to other things you have to do, but I don't know which one's tied to which things just yet. If you max out crowd excitement in the Pokemon contest, your Pokemon will mega evolve through the contest and further gain more contest excitement and just be a pretty cool sight to see. So I'm excited for that. Speaking of the cosplay Pikachus, they can battle as their cosplays, which is kind of interesting. They're not necessarily separate Pokemon, it's just, it's just kind of like a stance you can put it in if you have the costumes for it, and they actually get certain moves based on which cosplay they are. So Rockstar Pikachu gets Meteor Mash, PhD Pikachu gets Electric Terrain, Popstar Pikachu gets Draining Kiss, Bell Pikachu gets Icicle Crash, and Libre Pikachu gets Flying Press. Horde encounters are back in Hoenn. This was to be expected since Pokemon ORAS are running on the X and Y engine, but it's still pretty cool. There was a couple hordes of like Torkoal and Numel that I like Horde encounters, so I'm excited to see which ones they come up with in Hoenn. Once the game launches on November 21st, there will be a distribution event to get a shiny Beldum holding a Megastone. So then you can get shiny Mega Metagross, which will just be an awesome looking Pokemon to have. And of course it will be totally valueless because everybody has it, but to me that doesn't matter. I will still be happy to have it and use it in my team and be totally unoriginal. That's me. There will also be an add-on or a separate app or either just an integration into the Pokemon contest called Contest Spectacular, which will allow you to use your 3DS camera basically to selfie yourself into your contest wins poster. Not entirely sure how that's going to work out, but that's the thing. So if you win a Pokemon contest and you want to take a selfie with it, you can use it thanks to the power of the 3DS. Also, it was confirmed that Pokeblocks will be returning to the contest as well. In-game, you will meet contest idol Lucia, who will give you special clothes for participating in the event. I would think this kind of confirms that you will have clothing options and character customization in ORAS, which I wasn't entirely... I mean, it would make sense that it would, since it's the X and Y engine, but since you're playing as characters who specifically had specific styles before, I wasn't entirely sure. Although in theory, this could also be Pokemon clothes for like the cosplay Pikachus, but the way it was worded made it sound like it was for players. And finally, we have the recent Mega Evolution announcements. We have Mega Slowbro. What? Excuse me? I honestly wondered if this was a joke when I saw the video come up. First of all, why not Slowking? Why Slowbro? I realize it's like a stone evolution or, a certain evolution, but I'd much rather have Mega Slowking. And it looks ridiculous. I mean, Chu said it was cute, but it looks like a joke. Like it looks like something I would have seen on Tumblr or Reddit. But it gets extra defense and extra special defense to turn it into a tank and the shell armor ability. So, okay. Also in the what the heck why Mega Evolutions, we have Mega Audino. It just looks ridiculous. It gets the healer ability, defense and special defense boosts as well, Misty Terrain, which is a move that that Pokemon at all did not have before this game, and it will be normal and fairy type. Mega evolutions I'm happy for. Mega Altaria. Looks awesome, lots of fluffiness, increased attack, special attacks, and a small defense boost as well. Quite a lot of boosting. It will be dragon and fairy type, which is really cool to see it be two types that are, opposite of each other. And it will gain the ability Pixelate. Mega Salamence, which also looks awesome, although kind of silly, but awesome. And it gets increased defense. We don't know if it changes types yet. Mega Lopunny. Looks kind of funny. I want to make a bunny pun joke here, but I don't know when to make. It has increased attack and speed. It will be normal and fighting type. Fighting type. It gains the scrappy ability and the move high jump kick, which I don't think had access to before. And then of course we have Mega Metagross. Heck yeah. 4 arms, looks awesome. And of course everyone will be using the shiny one from the event. So if anything, the normal colored one will suddenly become shiny. That's it from me, guys. As far as recent Pokemon news, I'm sure by the time you actually watch this video, there may be more out because it's coming out like crazy with ORAS compared to X and Y, but I wanted to get my thoughts and that out to you guys. I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more Pokemon news. I'll try to get it in smaller segments, not just a month at a time. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, we do have links to our Patreon campaign to contribute monthly and help us out in the links in the description below, as well in the outro. Be sure to +1 us on Google+, as it helps us out. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe to the vlog channel. Subscribe to the geek channel, etc., etc. My name has been Adam, or EposVox. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one.